What is up there, beautiful people, and welcome to another edition of Just Trending News. So what else is new? Today we are talking everything virus or Rona related, and we're also talking everything President Cyril Ramaphosa related. So I just want to make you aware that whenever I say either virus or Rona, you know exactly, or CV, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm actually not allowed to say the full name of the virus, as I explained in a video that I released last week. So I just want to start by saying that according to our Minister of Health, Zweli, the president is set to address us or address the nation, a State of the Nation address this evening. But what we're not absolutely sure of is the time that he's set to do that. But our Minister of Health did say that we should keep tuned through various media outlets, and they would actually be the ones to confirm the time. The advice that I would give you is that around 6 or 7ish, you know, which is no, if our president isn't too late or too busy saving the world, then around 6 or 7 he should be addressing the nation. This is just my personal opinion. What you can do around the time, if you do have enough data, is just to keep refreshing your YouTube page, and eventually, if you have been following the news, the live stream will actually pop up for you. If you don't have enough data to do that, you can actually listen to my video tomorrow. I probably will do a rundown of everything that was said by our first man today, or you can actually read newspaper articles, which will actually give you, it might be quite a bit of a read if you don't really like reading, or you don't want to read. It might be a bit of a read, but they will certainly also, you know, type out newspaper articles, online newspaper articles, that is, because who has time to buy a newspaper, online newspaper articles that will give you a full rundown. So those are the news. The president is set to address the nation, and yeah, hopefully he will actually talk about the crux or the core of the matter. Hopefully, you know, I mean, I was so disappointed when our minister came and he banned alcohol or public alcohol consumption after 6 p.m. during the weekday, and also after 1 p.m. at the weekend, because I was like, for the why? You know, why are we doing that? I feel like most of the time, or sometimes rather, but this is my personal opinion, our government is prone to making certain announcements and not really addressing the nation as to why they're making those announcements. So yes, if you did not already know, in order to avoid a fine situation or jail situation, it is officially illegal at this current moment to publicly consume alcohol, which is not in your home. Anyway, that's not in your home, whether it be a restaurant or a pub, etc. After 6 p.m. during the weekday and after 1 p.m. at the weekend. So you can only consume it at your home after those times. Otherwise, you will either serve jail time or fines. And also, everyone, I just want to say that all the news that I actually do a report on are true according to my knowledge, but they may be false information or information that is a bit outdated. So the government has been threatening people with jail time, guys. Apparently, if you spread false information or what they deem false information about, you know, the virus, then you know you would it could be possible where, you know, you would pay either a fine or where you would be jailed. So, you know, everything that I'm saying, it is true according to my knowledge, but of course you have to verify with the various government agencies and actually do your research to get correct and up-to-date information. What I can say is that as of yesterday, there were 274 confirmed cases, approximately 274 confirmed cases of the virus. So I hope you guys are keeping safe. So I'll just take a bit of a minute to sort of explain why I am agitated. So I've been seeing on Twitter that people are saying, what else do you want the government to talk to you about? The government can't, you know, physically, or, you know, our president can't physically, you know, travel to South Africa and take the virus out of South Africa. What we want the government, or our president rather, to address us on is the matter of a lockdown in South Africa. So long as they are talking about alcohol consumption, so long as they are talking about sanitizing, which they should be, I mean, don't get me wrong, all of those matters they should be addressing. We are not going to be happy in South Africa until he tells us why there is a lack of a lockdown. So tell us, instead of avoiding the topic like a plague, explain to the nation, these are the reasons why there has not been a lockdown. And should he ever come to a situation where he does eventually enforce or implement a lockdown in South Africa, tell us how, you know, the private and public sectors are going to actually deal with protection of income for people, firstly, and secondly, for supplementing the wages of people who are earning minimum wage, they're not really qualified, that don't really get paid for hours where they're not actively doing any work. So those are the issues that government, I believe, should be taking into consideration at this time. talking about possibly locking the country down, because if the government is issuing statements like, and I believe I do speak under correction, 70 to 80% of the nation will be infected by the coronavirus. Why is there not a lockdown? If you're able to register that sort of information and understand the severity of the virus, and also understand how the South African healthcare system works, understand that, in South Africa we have a large number of people that actually do suffer from chronic diseases such as, HIV or, HIV or AIDS, or HIV/AIDS to be technical, or, diabetes. How are you going to deal with those people? If someone, for example, and God forbid, has tuberculosis or TB and they contract the virus, then those people are toast, because, your chances of surviving the virus, if you have, and this is what has been fed to us by, healthcare workers and the media, if you have a chronic disease, are considerably slimmer compared to someone that is healthier, right? So if the government is able to register that at a certain point in time, 70 to 80% of the population of the Republic will actually be affected or infected by the virus, then why is there not a lockdown in South Africa? So those are the core issues that the government needs to talk about. So right now we recognize that South Africa currently is not locked down. Explain to us, tell us why, explain your reasoning, go through your train of thoughts with the country whenever you do address the nation, and tell us why you're not locking down the country. And or B, should there ever be a situation where you have decided to lock down the country, what are you going to do about those people whose income is not protected? Those people who do not work for, fancy institutions that can say, we will supplement 70% of your salary if you stay at home. What are you going to do to ensure that when South Africans stay at home, or if there is a situation where there is a lockdown in South Africa, that everyone is able to survive without an income or without having to work for an income, as most South Africans do? So those are the issues that our government needs to talk about. We don't need to be hearing about sanitizing. Of course, education is crucial, but we don't need to be hearing about an alcohol ban after a specific time in the evening. We do not need to be hearing about, possibly sanitizing. Yes, we need that information, but what we want to hear about right now is the lockdown situation. What is happening with the lockdown situation? Are you talking about the lockdown situation? Is it something, that you're considerably pondering on or thinking about? Are you strategizing? Are you brainstorming? What are you doing? And what kills me the most is that, yes, as South Africans, we are currently demanding, we're in a situation where we really want a lockdown, because we realize that, we have family members that have chronic diseases, some of us, or some people have really young children. So everyone is just in a state of panic right now. So everyone really desires a lockdown currently. But what I am most stressed about are the economic repercussions a lockdown will have on especially the poor population in South Africa, and that is what I think our government should be telling us or talking to us about. But those are my thoughts. That was what I wanted to say in a nutshell. I'm so sorry this video is going to be about 8 minutes long. I honestly didn't want to do it. Also, just remember that I do give you information to the best of my knowledge and to the best of my research. I'm not saying that the information that I'm giving you is 100% factual, and by no means am I trying to spread, false information about the virus, because I am afraid of dropping that soap in prison. I'm afraid of going to jail. I do not want to go to jail. I've got so much to live for. I've got my life. I've got my family. I don't have no kids, but I've got so much to live for. So I do not want to go or put myself in a situation where I could be facing jail time, because I will not survive. But thank you very much for listening to me, and I will see you in my next upload.